What is going on? What is going on, guys? Evan from Sports Corner back with another live stream here on the channel. Today, we got a big time game today. Between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. So here we go. Michael Penix just got intercepted on the previous drives. That's a big start in this game. And now we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Still testing out this audio here a bit. So here we go. It's going to be a rookie QB battle today between Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix Jr. Definitely excited for this one. All right, so yeah, now I'm still trying to test out this audio here a little bit and see how this actually sounds. We'll see though. But here we go. So the Commanders have the football. They're driving down the field after Michael Penix threw a pick on the opening drive. It was a really bad throw too. I do not know what happened on that play, but Penix, he threw a really ugly interception. Here we go. Daniels handing it off to Brian Robinson, who stopped at the line of scrimmage on the play. That's definitely. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. So here we go. I'm going to try to follow the chat part again. All right, so here we go. 10.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And the Commanders with the ball at the 14-yard line. So here we go. It's Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass. Daniels sails it. End zone incomplete. He had a man who was Ertz wide open in the end zone. And Ertz not able to haul it in. That is a killer right there for Jaden Daniels. And this Washington Commanders team definitely, that definitely hurts right there for sure. To see that he was wide open there. I mean, the guy was kind of near him, but at the end of the day, the ball hits Ertz in the hands, and the guy didn't really play the ball at all. Should have been a touchdown. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely hurts, man. So we'll see what happens here. Jaden Daniels on 3rd down and 9. And he's gonna have no pressure. Daniels fires middle of the field. Pass is caught. Commanders are going to be about a yard or two short of this first down, and now Dan Quinn has a decision to make here. Commanders could clinch a playoff spot tonight. Falcons could maintain their lead in the division with a win tonight. So here we go. It is a huge 4th down and 2 coming up. Fourth and 2. They'll hand it off. No. Daniels keeps it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders! Olamide Zaccheaus and the Commanders strike first. That is a huge touchdown right there. That is huge. What a start to this game for Washington. So there you go. If you guys are listening, obviously, be sure to click the subscribe button. Help the channel out a ton. No doubt about that. Be sure to click the subscribe button. And yeah, we'll update the scoreboard here in a moment. But a great start for the Commanders here in this game. That was huge. Getting the early interception and then immediately going down and getting the touchdown. Sorry, I feel a little distracted right now. I'm just trying to get this stream set up and got a new mic here, so trying to figure all this out on the fly, kinda. Lots of YouTube videos for sure. So yeah, 7-0 lead though, and I'm about to fix the scoreboard here. I know it's a little strange for y'all, so it doesn't look perfect, but it's whatever. It is what it is at this point. All right. Oh, I never put the 7 up there. Yeah, so 7-0 Commanders. What a start to the game. What a start to the game. Again, Penix, I don't know what happened on the interception. I would love to watch that back and really see what was going through his mind. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see that. So have to fix that later. Definitely will have to fix that later. Alright. Okay, so yeah, anyways, just a really good start here for Washington. This game's important for both of these teams, no doubt about that. There's a huge What's up, Will? Huge game for both of these teams right now. Jaden Daniels went 4 for 5 for 35 yards and a touchdown in the opening drive. So really good stuff from Jaden Daniels there. And here we go. Okay, so it's considered turning down video settings. Okay, well, we'll figure all this out as they'll take this into the end zone for a touchback. And here we go. All right, there we go. Let's All right. I'll move this up a bit. All right, cool. Okay, so 9.5 minutes to play. 9.5 minutes to play here in the quarter. Penix hands it off. Bijan Robinson makes a cut, and Bijan barrels forward. He's got a first down here for the Falcons on that carry. Here we go. Penix dropping back, fires middle of the field. Oh, it's incomplete. He went deep down the middle. I think that was Kadarrell Hodge who he tried to hit, and it was a good throw, but a big hit right there. That's a huge hit right there. And here we go, 2nd down and 10. And it is Penix. He's got a clean pocket. He'll check it down, and I think that's Kyle Pitts who's going to get the first down, and Pitts is going to keep on running out of bounds into Washington territory. There goes Kyle Pitts. Here we go. They're inside the territory in the Washington territory as they throw a reverse screen. Robinson bobbled it around before finally making the catch. So that was an interesting play right there. They try to run a little reverse screen, kind of like Steve Sarkisian does. So there's why Michael Penix is in the game. If you were wondering, if you're just tuning in today, first of all, be sure to click that subscribe and help the channel out. But Kirk Cousins, weeks 10 through 15, 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions. I mean, he's going to sit on the sideline, collect his paycheck, do his thing. They're probably going to cut him here pretty quickly, but yeah, definitely a big deal that Penix is already getting thrown out there. I mean, I think this is his second career start. As here's Penix, slant pass, Pitts makes the catch, and he'll only get a couple yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and medium here after that play. So yeah, Michael Penix Jr., he's been trusted with putting the Falcons season on the line. I mean, that is it. So 3rd and 4. Penix wasn't ready for the snap. He still gets it. He fires off the back foot, incomplete. London was around in the area, but really never had a chance at that one, as that ball was just, I mean, kind of in no man's land. So Penix was still calling out audibles, and the ball was snapped to him. He wasn't ready for it, and that kind of hurt the play. Yeah, he was directing traffic there for a moment, and then the snap came in. He was able to at least field it cleanly. But yeah, definitely a little miscommunication there. So it is a 4th down and 4, and it'll be the field goal unit out there for Atlanta. From 46 yards out, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Falcons will get on the board. There's a flag down as Patterson knocked it through. Oh, and that is a huge penalty in this game as the Commanders lined up offsides. It was I think it's the rookie Mikey Samstill here, the cornerback from Michigan, who lined up offsides. And with the 5 yards, it was a 4th and 4, and now it is a free Atlanta Falcons first down. So that is actually a huge penalty. Mike Samstill, 50th overall pick out of Michigan, and that is a huge penalty from him right there. That is going to be a big penalty. Penix rolling out, and he'll check this one down. It's London making the catch. He's going to try and hurdle himself inside the 10. So here we go. That was a really, really nice job by Drake London. These play designs have been huge right now. Penix at the 10-yard line. Play clock down. He hands it off. Bijan Robinson making cuts. And Bijan will get to the 5-yard line. Wow, that's crazy, man. All right. Bijan's throwing the hops around right now. Here we go. Second and goal. Robinson in motion, and Penix gets the snap. Has time. Gonna fire to the end zone. Incomplete. He may have had Kadarius Hodge in the back of the end zone, but it is incomplete. That right there, that was a bad miss from Penix, and it is going to be a third and goal. That's bad, man. Third and goal. Penix gets the snap off. He's looking, has time, fires to the back of the end zone, and a flag is thrown. It was London who was the intended target, and I think this is going to be a first down and goal. They're going to get the Commanders for PI on this one. That's a tough penalty right there, man. That is a tough penalty to get called for. I mean, he was pretty much out of the end zone on that one, but that's just what happens, man. Just how it goes. Here we go. They'll bring in Robinson, and the Falcons are in the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Perfect blocking here on this direct snap, and Bijan Robinson takes it in easily. This is a very interesting formation. Yeah, they just a direct snap to Bijan Robinson on that one. So the PAT from Patterson, it is up and it is good. And the Falcons, after a rough start from Penix on the interception from the first drive, they come back and they get 7. Robinson into the end zone. And again, if you're a Commanders fan right now, you've got to be sick to your stomach. I mean, they had to stop. They forced them to 3. All they had to do was not jump off sides. And they did. And it was the only thing they couldn't do, and they did. So that is just crazy, man. I need to fix this at some point. Can I fix that now or no? Can I fix this or no? Let's do this later. Wow. Yeah, my bad, y'all. For y'all listening to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button if you're enjoying to listen to. I'm sorry. This is a lot of new stuff here that I'm trying to like kind of figure out, and I'm not like as locked in on the game as I should be, which is my fault. I'm gonna do a better job. I just got some stuff. I gotta make sure that the audio sounds a lot better than before, and the computer's telling me like some stuff's going on. So I'm gonna get it figured out at some point. I mean, you know, hopefully the stream doesn't die on me here. So that's the goal. But yeah, I mean, just gotta figure this out here. But if y'all are enjoying to listen to, be sure to click the subscribe button. So Atlanta ties it up at 7. If you're listening, click the subscribe button. Help me out here. But yeah, I'm going to try to lock in a little bit. But yeah, if y'all listen, be sure to click subscribe button. All right, here we go. It'll be 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Game is tied at 7-7, and it'll be a kickoff to the Commanders here. So yeah, Atlanta, they got it going. Opening drive, Penix threw a really awful interception, and then after that, things started to improve a lot. The Commanders kind of went down and scored. Great job by Jaden Daniels. He's been phenomenal this year. No doubt about that in my mind. As here comes the Commanders offense. So Brian Robinson Jr. had a tough game against the Eagles, had a couple fumbles and things of that nature. So here we go. This offensive line, you got guys like your Sam Cosmi's pretty good, all these dudes, and Cliff Kingsbury calling the offensive plays. And here we go. From the 30, it is Jaden Daniels, and he'll hand it off. It's Brian Robinson Jr., who is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And again, we've talked about, I'm going to talk about this a lot throughout the stream probably, but this is a huge game for both these teams. Look, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm a little biased here because personally I'm a Texas fan too, so I want Bijan's team to win. But this game is huge for both of these teams. I'm gonna call it even fair. I mean, I don't really care who wins at the end of the day, but the Falcons and the Commanders, if they win, they clinch the playoffs. It's over. They're done. They can rest everybody week 18. As here's Daniels, pressure coming. He'll spin out and he's taken down. Oh man, that did not look pretty. He kind of got his leg folded there. That did not look good. That was Caden. Oh, that's not Caden Nels. What am I saying? That is Bertrand. What a play right there from him to come through and get the sack on a guy like Jaden Daniels who's so mobile. He gets by Brian Robinson Jr. in pass protection and then goes low on Daniels. And I think every single Commanders fan just took a huge, long gas there as Daniels kind of got folded like that inwards. But he is all right, and it'll be a 3rd down and 23 coming up for Washington. Daniels going to roll out to his right. Going to fire a check down, and I think that is Zacchaeus making moves, juking around, and he'll get a few yards before eventually getting stopped here by Washington. And now it'll be a 4th down. Commanders will come off the field, and that drive just kind of ended pretty early there. So nothing special out of that drive. Good job by the Falcons defense on that one. So 4th down and 11. And it'll be a punt from Tress Way. So good drive right there from the Falcons defense. Jaden Daniels again. So for the Falcons, I'm all over the place here. Shoot. Jaden Daniels had a phenomenal rookie year. Him and Bo Nix have both been the 2 best rookie quarterbacks. And then Penix here coming in late trying to get a Falcons playoff push as Williams on the return. And he'll get to the Falcons close to the 30-yard line before he'll be tackled. And here comes Penix in the offense with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. So 7-7 ball game in DC. 2:48 to play in the first. So yeah, a lot on the line though. Like I said, a ton on the line in this game. Again, for the Commanders, a playoff spot. For the Falcons, it's maintaining first place in the NFC South. The Falcons are currently first place, technically. I guess the Bucs are technically first place right now because they played the game earlier today. But the Falcons have to win today. Because if they don't, the Buccaneers take first place, sole possession of first place in the division. And then the Buccaneers are going to all they have to do is beat the New Orleans Saints next week, and they're in. If the Falcons win today, they'll still have to win next week, but they play the Carolina Panthers. They play the Panthers in next week's game. So because they play the Panthers in next week's game, it gives them, they should win that game. They should easily throw out all the Panthers. So that's huge. That definitely is huge, no doubt about that. For the Falcons, again, a win today puts them in the full driver's seat to winning the NFC South. If they lose, the Bucs will win the division with a win next week. So yeah, you got to win today, man. This game's extremely important, and obviously for the Falcons, you've seen Michael Penix Jr. He's the future now. This is a big opportunity for him to make a early statement in his career. Falcons win next 2 weeks. Penix gets to play in the playoffs, which is pretty crazy, and that's valuable experience for a guy like him. So, and for Washington, they should be good to go with the playoffs, win or lose today. I mean, it's gonna take a lot. I'm pretty sure. I think my Cowboys play them next week, and we suck. So I don't think we're gonna give the Commanders too many problems if they needed to beat us next week. Even though we did beat the Commanders a few weeks ago, I'm assuming the Commanders will come out and kick our butt next week if the playoffs were on the line. And which is another reason why I kind of do want the Commanders to lose today, because then they'll have something to play for next week, and they'll whoop us, and we can get a better draft pick because we're eliminated. We've been eliminated for like 2 weeks now, so that's my opinion. The Commanders actually knocked the Cowboys out of the playoffs last week when they beat the Eagles at home. They knocked Dallas out of the playoffs officially. Not like the Cowboys had much of a chance anyway, but yeah, they pretty much did it. So again, if y'all listen to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button. Here we go, 2:48 to play, and the Falcons starting this next drive here. Okay, so yeah, I actually did want to know. So, okay, the medical staff did look at Jaden Daniels after that weird play happened where he got his leg kind of bent on there, but he's good as their Falcons are going to toss this out to Bijan Robinson, who cuts it to the outside, and he'll pick about 8 or 9. So Bijan, he's the engine that makes this offense go. And the Falcons, again, with a rookie quarterback, having a guy like Bijan in the backfield who's just so talented and an incredible player, having a guy like that is huge. It makes your job a lot easier. When the Falcons run block well, which they did a good job of here to give Bijan an opportunity to bounce this outside and get a good gain on this. Again, it makes your job so much easier as a rookie quarterback. They're averaging 6.6 yards per carry as a team, the Falcons are. And it's a 2nd down and 2. Penix takes the snap, and we got a flag down. This is going to be a handoff to Robinson. I think we're going to get a false start here on the Falcons. Got to assume that's what the call is, and it is a false start on the Falcons, so that sucks for them. So it's Warner here who gets called for the false start, and yeah, he flinched there. Flinched there right before the snap, so makes a 2nd down and 2, a 2nd down and 7. Hodge in motion. And it's going to be another handoff to Robinson, who's going to be taken down. He gets to a little past the line of scrimmage. Not much there for Bijan. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for this squad here. So there you go. This Hodge just kind of tripped up there in this motion. That was kind of weird. And then Bijan stuttered up a bit on that one, and it's Bobby Wagner who made a great play here. Again, the veteran linebacker Bobby Wagner gets off the block and fills up the gap there after Bijan tried to break that initial tackle. Team leader in tackles, 118 for Bobby Swags, even at his very old age. 3rd and 6. Penix gonna go downfield, incomplete. He missed Bijan on that play. That has got to be a killer miss. That's a touchdown for the Falcons if Penix puts that one on him. That is a killer because you have Bijan lined up on the outside against a cornerback. Great route. He gets separation, but Penix just floats it over him. And that is just a killer if you're Atlanta right there. You got to hit those types of plays, and just a bad miss right there from the rookie. So Bradley Pinion will come out to punt. Jamison Crowder back to return for Washington. And Pinion will send this one away. This one's going back to the 5. And Crowder muffed the punt, but he gets it back. Crowder going to run, and he's going to get to about the 27, 28-yard line, and he will be stopped there. So there you go. That is how that goes down. And here comes Washington and Jaden Daniels back on the field late in this first quarter. So there's only 45 seconds left, but there you go. Yeah, it's just a bad miss from Penix. Really not much else I can say about that. That was a really, really bad miss from Michael Penix on that one. And got to hit Bijan when he's open. Great route from number 7. Longhorn superstar right there. Definitely a bad miss. So, Yeah, big game for both these teams. Commanders and Falcons tied 7-7. And I thought, I mean, again, I thought Penix would come out kind of, you know, everything money on the with everything on the line. Penix has got to be a more polished quarterback because he was in college so much longer, played in that Washington system where he was pretty much the offense, the air raid system that they had going on, throwing it to all those guys. I thought Penix would be able to hit some of those throws today. That's just a really bad miss. 1st and 10. Daniels fakes the throw to the running back. He's got time, and he'll check it down on the slant. And I think that's Zach Ertz making the catch. He's going to be just a bit shy of the marker. That's where they're going to spot him a little short. And that might be the final play of the first quarter. The Commanders could run this down. But yeah, this is a very important game for both of these teams. And Penix going to look at the iPad here, but really there's not much to look at. You missed the bat. That was just a really bad throw, Mike. I hate to break it to you. So Daniels not really in any sort of urgency to get a playoff, but with a win today, the Commanders will clinch, and I'm probably going to say that a million more times, so apologies in advance. Commanders will clinch their first playoff appearance since 2020 when they won the NFC Least division with a losing record, I believe. It was a terrible year for the NFC East, and it was brutal. It was brutal. Brutal division, but they beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the last night of the season to clinch the division. If y'all are listening again, be sure to click the subscribe button. Need the Commanders to win. Go Bucks. You're a Bucks fan. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if the Commanders win, the Bucks, all they have to do is beat the Saints the last week of the season. And the Saints don't have Lattimore. The Saints have about 1 million injuries. I don't think Derek Carr's coming back. I think Shaheed's done for the year. Kamara's hurt. Yeah, the Bucks, if the Commanders win today, the Bucks are pretty much in. But yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy because the Bucks blew it 2 times. If the Bucks had beaten the Falcons one time, all they do is beat the Falcons one time, they would be completely safe right now. But they didn't. They lost, which is crazy. The Falcons have a phenomenal division record right now. Actually, I think their only division loss is to the Saints, which is kind of sad. But the Bucks have a little worse of a division record, which is why they're where they are. But yeah, just absolutely crazy. So yeah, if y'all listen again, be sure to click the subscribe button and I don't really have much to talk about right now. But again, if y'all want to give me something to talk about in the breaks here, let me know in the chat. But I guess we'll just go through what's going on with the NFL today as a whole. Give a quick recap on that. Okay. Yeah, so not a lot of games on today specifically. There really wasn't a whole lot going on today. Again, a lot of games played throughout the week. Christmas Day had a couple. Saturday games had a couple. And that's just kind of how it worked out this week. So not as much NFL action. But the biggest games of the week, the Seahawks keep their playoff hopes alive with a 6-3 win over the Bears. I'm going to be quite honest. I didn't watch a single snap of that game because Thursday Night Football has sucked so bad all year. I didn't watch a single snap of that. Ravens, the Christmas games were supposed to be 2 nail-biter games between AFC contenders, and the Ravens just exposed how fraudulent the Texans are. The Texans are not a good football team this year. They just happen to be playing in an extremely weak AFC South division. Speaking of that, even if the Texans, again, they have had so much room for error because of how bad their division is. The Titans and Jags are 2 of the worst teams in football, and the Colts blew their playoffs today when they lost to the freaking Giants. So, yeah, not good. Here's a run play. It's Brian Robinson going to pick him an easy first down, getting to about midfield with that run. So there you go. That was the Texans Ravens game wasn't that consequential. It just showed the Ravens are a tier above the Texans right now in the AFC, and the Ravens are still below like the Chiefs and them. Here's Daniels handing it off. It's Robinson making cuts and another good run about 6 or 7. There's a flag down, though, on the play. Here's Daniels handing it off. It's Robinson. And it's going to be a defensive holding penalty on the defensive tackle Grady Jarrett. So there you go. That is not good. Not good at all. So there you go. That is a brutal penalty definitely there for the Commanders or for the Falcons to get called for. Another handoff here. Robinson stuffed up this time though. So yeah, as far as the other games go, yeah, there was. I mean, the Bengals and Broncos. That was actually a really fun game I watched yesterday. That was a great game. Bengals and Broncos. That was phenomenal. The Bengals survive, keep their season and playoff hopes alive yesterday, beating the Broncos. Even though Marvin Mims tried and Bo Nix tried to pull some foolishness to keep them in that game and win them it didn't matter. 2nd and 9 from the 38. Daniels has some time. Gonna throw to the left side. Pass is caught, and I believe that is McLaurin with the reception. I think that's McLaurin's first catch of the day from what I've seen. So they haven't really been getting Scary Terry the ball too much early on in this one, but he gets the catch there, and it's a 3rd down coming up. But yeah, I mean, then the Cardinals and Rams, also barely watched any of that game. The Rams beat the Cardinals in a very low-scoring football game. Chiefs blow out the Steelers. I mean, the Chiefs clearly much better than Pittsburgh. And then the best game of today was that Vikings-Packers game where the Vikings beat Green Bay for the 2nd time this year as it's a 3rd and 4. Daniel slant pass is caught. 1st down. Jamison Crowder, the veteran receiver, multiple-time commander, and he makes the catch right there on that one. He was probably on the team back when they were called the Redskins. So, yeah, another quick slant here that Crowder gets open on. Ball is placed a little behind, but again, it hit him in the chest, which is all that matters. And this is just a good throw, nice catch, and it is a 1st down for Washington. So, yeah, the NFL, and then again, the Bills blew out the Jets, the Eagles blew out the Cowboys, the Bucks blew out the Panthers. Normal NFL stuff, so normal in this year, so nothing crazy there. 1st and 10, Daniel's going to check it down out of the backfield. I think that's Jeremy McNichols, or is that Chris Rodriguez? Which one of those two is it? So the Commanders, obviously, they've dealt with some rough injuries in the running back room this year. Again, Austin Eckler was having a really good season for the Commanders and for my fantasy team. He was having a great season, and he got hurt and is out for the year probably. So they've had, and Brian Robinson's also dealt with injuries, so they've had to use some other guys like Rodriguez and McNichols. Here's a 2nd down and 11, and another slant pass is caught, and another 1st down for the Commanders. When will Raheem Morris and the Falcons realize that is the main route that Jaden Daniels is throwing right now? It's just a slant from the right side. It's protection. The blitz, they sent in a little blitz right there from the left side, and it's just Daniels didn't even have to worry about it because he got the throw off to Olamide Zaccheaus. And this Commanders receiving corps, not the most star-studded group outside of Scary Terry, who's been amazing this year. The receiving corps hasn't exactly been the best, but they're still working. Zaccheaus has over 50 yards and a touchdown today, and now they are at the 12-yard line. It's a 1st down and 10, motioning Ertz, and they will fake the handoff. Daniels running, and he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and a flag is down. Lots of flags are down right now. There's like 3 or 4 of them, so what is the call here? And it's going to be an offensive hold. I thought it was going to be on the Commanders here. It's on the former Dallas Cowboy center, Tyler Biadasz, with the holding call. I thought it was going to be, yeah, I thought it was going to be on. I saw like Jesse Bates and them pointing the other way. So, yeah, this is Jaden Daniels here. They ran a little read option. Again, one of the things the Commanders can do. The Kingsbury can do. Because he's got the mobility with Jaden Daniels. Very mobile guy. Oh, boy. I'm yawning crazy. So, here we go. 1st and 20. Sending a blitz. Commanders throw, and it's intercepted. Daniels throws the pick. Here come the Falcons the other way. Oh, that was an awful interception on that one. And Jaden Daniels, I don't know what happened with this throw, but it was a terrible throw. Intercepted by Caden Ellis. And this throw, again, I don't know exactly what he was doing. Ellis just kind of sat in, jumped the route, and Daniel was hitting his chest. Me, that's on me. Yes, it was. Very bad throw right there on that one. Huge interception. that was a very, very bad interception right there from Jaden Daniels. I don't know what to think about that one. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. Just again, cannot have that. But we've seen both rookie quarterbacks tonight. They've both made bad throws. They've both thrown rookie type interceptions. I mean, that's just kind of how the game goes. That's just, that's just really, again, that's just kind of what happens. Rookies make mistakes all the time, and that was a really bad one. That was a really bad one. So, so there you go. It is Jaden Daniels throwing the interception, and now the Commanders turn the football over, and it is going to be the Falcons getting it back. So after the early Penix interception, Commanders went down and scored. Everything was looking good in DC. Now all of a sudden, a little nervous now as Penix getting the ball back here. I don't think I ever changed the quarter to the second quarter, so that's my fault. For those of you tuning in, first of all, be sure to click the subscribe button. It really, again, helps the channel out a lot. Going to be posting a lot of live stream content here in the next month or so with the college football playoffs, the big bowl game starting on Tuesday with Penn State, Boise State, and the triple header on Wednesday. Going to try and pump out as many streams as I can during that time, and then the rest of the playoffs. Even if Texas gets eliminated, which I doubt they will, hopefully we get the W against ASU, and then of course NFL playoffs as well. Definitely going to be trying to be as definitely going to try to be as active as possible with those streams. So if you like what you're hearing tonight, be sure to click that subscribe button because it is the most active live streaming time of the year for me with all these very important football games coming up. So yeah, you guys can click that sub button. It really, really helps out the YouTube channel. So here we go. It is going to be a big drive coming up for Michael Penix Jr. and this Atlanta Falcons offense. Bijan Robinson has the touchdown for them today, and he's ran it well early on. We'll see what they do here. It's Algier lined up in the backfield on 1st and 10. Penix, they're going to start with it at the Commander 28-yard line, and it's Penix handing it off. Algier makes a cut. Tyler Algier gets about 8 on that carry. So Falcons have ran the football really well so far today. As we're going to watch this play here, they're going to show, I think this is the interception, and Biotic blocks there, and yeah, Daniels, I don't know, was there just like a really bad offensive line play and multiple guys coming in, kind of made Daniels throw a quick one, and boom, intercepted. So 2nd down and 2 now. Penix in shotgun takes the snap, hands it off. Algier makes a cut, and he's going to pick up the 1st down with that one. Tyler Algier, the backup running back on this Falcons team, but a very solid running back, no doubt about that. And if he does leave Atlanta, because Bijan is the starter, the main guy, the star, man, he'll definitely land somewhere and could be a starter there. I mean, Algier is a good back, and the Falcons are very lucky to have that duo. So great job there by Caden Ellis to get the interception, the first one of his NFL career, and a 1st down and 10 from the 41 now for Atlanta. Algier still in the backfield. Falcons have 3 receivers out to the left, and now they'll motion Mooney to the right. Penix, he'll fake the handoff to Algier. Penix going to bomb it. He's going deep. Down the field. Incomplete. He wanted Daryl Hodge. That was the intended target, and it was Hodge who wasn't able to make the catch as Penix, again, that deep ball that was so good at Washington, throwing to Adunze, Polk, and McMillan. And on this one, it was Mikey Sandstro who got beat a bit by about a step, but Daryl Hodge couldn't reel this one in. It was just a little outstretched. I mean, it went off of his hand. It hit the hand, but this was a tough throw, and Penix, he's missed a couple of those today. The Bijan one was really bad, but it was close. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Play clock winding down to 3. Got to get the snap off. Penix does. Has some time. Penix going left side. Pass is caught. It's London picking up the 1st down. And they might throw a flag here for 15. I don't know. London kind of got tossed there on the sideline way out of bounds. That's what Raheem Morris is telling the officials about. I don't know. I don't think they're going to call this one. This looked pretty bad here as Farrell came in on this side against Penix on his blind side, and yeah, I think Martin got away with one here as London, yeah, I think Martin got away with this one right here. as London, he took London out of bounds and then just kind of tossed him to the ground. So I don't know, man. That was definitely every Falcons fan just yelled at their TV. As here's a 1st and 10 from the 45 of Washington, and it's going to go to Robinson. Makes a couple cuts, and Bijan's got 5. And now they will take Robinson down after he gets 5 yards. So Atlanta. Good drive so far. Again, Penix, nice throw to London on that last play. And Robinson with 1,235 yards on the season. I think is that rushing or scrimmage? Because I know he's got a ton of yards scrimmage with a bunch of receiving yards. But Bijan, he's having a phenomenal season here. Most by a Falcons player since 2011, Michael Turner. And I'm assuming that he will surpass Michael Turner. As here's a 2nd down and 5. Bijan gets the carry again. Bijan Robinson makes a cut, picks up a 1st down, and he's inside the 30-yard line. So Bijan, the workhorse running back, what a season he has been putting together, and picks up another 1st down. And it is the pictures of him and Matthew McConaughey from Bijan's days at the University of Texas. Him and McConaughey, good friends. I know Bijan has been trying to do some acting on the side. And right now, obviously locked in on football with 8 carries for 51 yards and a rushing touchdown tonight. And now, the good thing about having Algier, though, is he can come in and spell Bijan after a couple of tough runs. Here's a 1st and 10. Penix handing it off. It's Algier, runs right through the hole, and he gets a good gain on that one. They'll spot him about a gain of 6 on the carry. So it'll be a 2nd down coming up. A grinding drive here from Atlanta. Again, you had the completion to London, but for the most part, it's been through the ground game with Algier and Robinson just running the football tough the way that they do, man. It's just been really, really good stuff from them tonight. Here we go. It'll be a 2nd and 4. Penix fakes it to Algier. Going to flip this one out in the flat, and it was intended for Hodge. A flag is down. We'll see what the flag is going to be here. As Penix rolled out to his weak side. Oh, they're going to get Dante Fowler Jr. for roughing the passer as he went up way too high there on Michael Penix Jr. And the official standing right there in front. Yeah, so there you go right there on that one. He hits him up high right in front of that official, and you're just not going to get away with those types of hits in this modern-day NFL with roughing the passer the way it is. So with that penalty, it moves them inside the red zone. They're now at the 12-yard line. Robinson back in the game. Penix under center. Motions his tight end, and they'll pitch it out. It's Robinson making some cuts. Bijan outside, and he's going to get down deep into this red zone right here. We'll see where they end up spotting him. I couldn't really tell where he went out of bounds, but they pitched this out. They love this little toss play. And Bijan moving around, and he goes out of bounds around, I think he got around their 1st down marker, so he's probably down around the 3 or 2 yard line here. And yeah, Bijan, he just gets outside on this play, and it's 2nd down and 2 from the 4. Bijan still in the game. Penix under center again. Motions a guy inside. And it's Robinson making a cut. Bijan, can he get the outside? He does! Touchdown Atlanta! Bijan Robinson! And the Falcons, with the season on the line, just keep on giving it to number 7. 2 touchdowns for Bijan Robinson. So how about that from number 7, the University of Texas star, and they're going to review this here. Oh, is he short? So they're actually going to overturn the call. No touchdown for Robinson. It'll be a first down and goal. That was actually very weird the way that he carried the ball there. So it's going to still be a first down and goal, but the touchdown taken away, and now they just got to give it to him here on this next play. But that is definitely... Oh, Bijan, man, what are you doing, my guy? What are you doing, man? Why do you got the ball carried out behind you? First and goal. We'll see if Robinson can get in on this next play. Again, they'll motion the tight end in. It looks like it's about the same play. No, they're going to go Penix. Trying to stretch for the goal line, and I don't think he got there. Tried to run the QB sneak. Dude, Atlanta, don't overcomplicate things. Just give Bijan the ball again. I really don't understand why the Falcons are overcomplicating things here. Just give Bijan the ball. I don't know what we're doing here, man. And Penix, he did not get over the line. So second and goal from the 1 again. And Robinson talking to his quarterback. And now he's lined up in shotgun. And it's going to go to Bijan again. This time he'll walk into the end zone. There is no doubt about it this time. It's a touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. And Bijan Robinson has 2 touchdowns. So Bijan dominating once again here. Just a great job on this play. If you have Bijan Robinson in your fantasy championship, you are feeling good right now. I need to fix the scoreboard up here. All right, let me fix this up here. There we go. I don't like that either. There we go. I'll live with whatever. This is annoying. How to figure this out? Oh boy. Well, we're just gonna keep it like around this. Sorry, man. Sorry, y'all, man. It's just. Oh, bro. Because I got this freaking ad underneath here for. Again, I'm not going to pay for an ad blocker on this. That SNL skit, I've seen that. All right, so there you go. 14-7 ball game here. Falcons with 2 touchdowns from Bijan Robinson are balling. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. So they'll kick this one off, and here we go. If you're listening, be sure to click the subscribe button and help the channel out a lot. Lots of streams coming up for the college football playoffs and the NFL playoffs. So some good stuff here as Daniels rolling out. This was a really nice touchdown throw he had to Zacchaeus. But ever since then, it's been rough for him and the Commanders' offense. So 16% of plays with a run-pass option. Third in the NFL for this Commanders' offense. With Jaden Daniels as a mobile option. Always a threat. And here's Daniels taking off in the ground game. And a good play for Daniels. 4 minutes to play in the second quarter, and it's Jaden Daniels. Fakes the run here to Brian Robinson Jr. using a little misdirection, and then boom, gets outside. I think that's Matt Judon who's lacking behind badly on that one. And then boom, Jaden Daniels takes off there. So a 25-yard run. They get to the Falcon 45, and it's Robinson cutting to the outside. Robinson going to get a solid gain, and a flag is down. So 14-7, 3:46 to play in the first half of this one. All right, so here we go. About to come out of this little stoppage in play. There was an injury on the field. So there you go. It's been a interesting game so far. Little rundown. I mean, Atlanta again. Penix threw the pick on the opening drive. Commanders went down and got their only 7 of the game. And then after that, Penix came down. Good drive. Bijan Robinson got in the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. And then bad, really, I mean, they were driving. They were driving down the field. The Commanders were driving down the field. And then just a terrible interception from Jaden Daniels. Caden Ellis stepping in front, made a great play. And then the Commanders and the Falcons went down and scored. Bijan punching in another touchdown. And now, there you go, man. It's a scary sight here for Washington. They need a good drive here from Daniels before half. Here we go. 1st and 20 after the hold. And Daniels, backside pressure. Judon rocks him. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how Daniels managed to hang on to that football and not fumble. Because Judon just came in on the blind side and just rocked Jaden Daniels. Oh my goodness. So let's watch this play back here, because I don't know how in the world did you let Judon come in unblocked. Ellis blitzes up the middle, which forces the left tackle to come in as Ertz kind of like gets a little block and then a flare out to the flat, and no one accounts for Judon the moment that happens. So it's a 2nd down and 30 now, and the play clock down 3, 2, 1, and the Commanders are going to call their timeout here for this 2nd down and 30. But that was, oh boy, that again, I don't know how Jaden Daniels was able to hang on to that ball. I truly, like, Judon came in off the edge and decked him. And I mean, again, unaccounted for. Once Ertz got the little chip block there, once that happened, everything unaccounted for. Everything was unaccounted for. They kind of like came in because the left tackle and the left guard. I'm looking at this back, but I think it was the left guard and either Robinson or the center or the left guard, left tackle and left guard, who teamed up here on Ellis. So yeah, it was Robinson. Okay, so Brian Robinson came up the chip block Ellis, the blitzer. The left tackle also went over to stop Ellis, and that left Judon coming in free from the left side, which is just crazy. Terrible blocking. I don't know why Ertz literally just did his job, and then the left tackle, I don't know what the scheme was. But here's a 2nd and 30. Daniel's going to roll, and he's going to fire out of bounds. That had absolutely no chance of turning into anything. And Daniels, using his mobility, has to escape. And now it's a 3rd and 30. So definitely not what Dan Quinn's team envisioned once they got that good run from Robinson and got past, they were starting to get deep into Falcon territory, and then boom. So yeah, definitely this drive has gone from lots of hope and potential to pretty terrible. 3rd and 30 from Jaden Daniels, and they're just going to throw a screen out to Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus going up the field, and he'll be tackled. Getting a few yards, nothing consequential to be honest, and the Commanders will just be forced to punt the football away. So, ugly stuff, man. I'm going to be really, really ugly stuff, dude. That was bad. That was a bad drive, bad blocking. 2-minute warnings coming up here in a moment. And we'll see if the Commanders even get the punt off before the 2-minute warning. I doubt they do. 208, 207, 206, 205, 204. Yeah, they're not going to get it off. Okay. And there you go. So that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. When we come back, it'll be Falcons punt. Falcons getting the football back. Commanders forced to punt after Daniels got rocked. So, again, Falcons fighting for first place in the NFC South. Commanders fighting for their first playoff spot in like 5 years. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. So the NFL, I do want to kind of, again, if y'all listen, be sure to click the subscribe button. I do want to check out a couple things. I want to check out the playoff scenarios going into Week 18. Who's still left? Who doesn't have the X next to their name? All the important stuff. All right. So NFL going into Week 18, based on this ESPN. All right, so there are 3 teams fighting. 6 playoff spots have been clinched in the AFC. KC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Pittsburgh, Chargers. Then you got the 7th seed up for grabs between Cincinnati, 8-8, Miami, 8-8, Denver, 9-7. If Denver wins, they're in. If they beat the Chiefs with their backups next week, The Broncos are in. They're in the playoffs. They'll play the Bills in the first round. What are the scenarios for Miami? Miami plays the Jets next week. That should be an easy win for them. And the Bengals play the Steelers next week. So, obviously, got to give the best odds to the Broncos here that they can beat the Chiefs backups and make it. But those are the 3 teams still alive for that final spot in the AFC. In the NFC, it is the so there's 2 spots up for grabs. The winner of the NFC South will get a playoff spot, and it'll come down to the Seahawks and the Commanders for that final 7 seed. If the Commanders lose out and Seattle wins out, I'm assuming the Seahawks are in because the Rams clinched the playoffs with... No, the Rams didn't clinch the playoffs yet. I really don't know what's going on. The Rams haven't clinched the playoffs either, but the Rams are 10-6, so that's interesting. So next week, the Seahawks play the Rams. The winner of that game will win the NFC West, and the loser could very well be left out of the playoffs, as the punt here is, they got a flag down the punt. So that's interesting. So you have, so the NFC West and NFC South are still up for grabs, and then the 7th seed's still on the line between the Commanders, Seahawks. If Atlanta wins tonight, they're in that conversation, but they're also in the wild card, or they're also in charge of their division. I really don't want to get into the scenarios. I want the NFL to release them after tonight's game, because once this game is done between the Commanders and Falcons, we'll have a very clear picture of what needs to happen. And for the Falcons, if they win tonight, it'll just be win and you win the South and you're the probably the 4 seed. So here we go. Minute 53. Penix and company get the ball at the 29, and they're going to pitch it out to Robinson. Decent blocks, and Bijan. Oh, took a big hit right there at the end of this play. He's going to get about 9 yards, though. Hopefully Bijan's all right. That was a big hit, dude. That was a big hit. Big hit. Falcons are averaging about 6 yards per carry. Commanders averaging about 7. So both teams have had good success in the ground game today. Of course, Washington also has the dual threat QB. 2nd down and 1. London in motion, and it's going to be Bijan again getting a cut. Bijan Robinson plows ahead to about midfield. And there's Bijan Robinson. What a first half number 7 has had. So he's got 82 rushing yards in the first half with 2 touchdowns. Bijan has done his thing. Penix going to drop back. Going to fire deep down the field. And this one is caught. And London will slide out of bounds with a big gain. The number 1 wide receiver on this team out of USC. Heck of a snag right there from Drake London. And again, sliding out of bounds stops the clock. So the Falcons in the driver's seat here. 46 seconds in the half. 3 timeouts. Penix 8 for 15, 83 yards, and only 1 interception. So Penix hasn't been bad. He's game managing. He's letting his ground game do the job. But that was a really nice throw to London. He had another good throw earlier to Drake. So him and his franchise wide receiver are doing their job right now. 1st and 10. Robinson in the backfield. And it's Penix throwing it outside. Pass is caught. It's Mooney trying to make a move, and he'll fall forward with a 1st down near the 20. Clock is running. 35 seconds left. I'm not really sure why the Falcons haven't called a timeout yet. I'm starting to get really confused. Oh my gosh. What are you guys doing? Clock is down to 20 seconds. And they'll get the playoff. It's Penix dropping back outside for a pass caught by Pitts. I don't understand why they didn't call a timeout there. 16 seconds left in the half. You have 3 timeouts. Why would you not use 1 there? And then you throw an arrow out to Pitts, and you get like 5 yards. He goes out of bounds. But now you're going to waste timeouts. You're going to have timeouts left over going into half. There's no point in going home. Those timeouts don't carry over to the next quarter. They don't carry over to the next game. Why? Why in the world would you not use your timeout, bro? 16 seconds to go in the half. We'll see if they can get in the end zone here. They're at the Commander 21-yard line. Penix gets the snap. Penix has a ton of time. Going to check it down. Ball's in the air and incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Mikey Sandstrel nearly had a gifted pick to him. Or was that? No, that was Noah Igbinogbene who nearly had the pick gifted to him on the deflection. Oh my goodness, man. That was almost really bad here. So Penix throws this one. Bijan's running a little route out of the backfield. Ball tipped up in the air by Bobby Wagner. So yeah, Igbinogbene nearly had a pick here. The ball hits the turf. And now 11 seconds. 3rd and 7. They're motioning Mooney. Penix gets the snap off. Gonna look. Going. End zone. London incomplete over his head. So I guess the timeouts didn't really matter too much. But again, there's 6 seconds left. I don't understand why they didn't call a timeout. I really don't. I don't get it. You don't have to rush a play. You get your best play off. But here you go. I mean, Penix, if he makes an accurate throw, this is a touchdown, but he oversails it out of the end zone. Igbinogbene throwing up his incomplete celebration, but you're very lucky. That was a terrible throw by Penix, and now it's a 39-yard field goal for Riley Patterson to extend the lead to 17-7. Patterson's kick, it is good. 2 seconds remaining in the half, so there you go. Honestly, just, again, bad clock management by the Falcons on that one right there. Really, really bad. But at the end of the day, they get 3 points out of it. Luckily for them, Penix didn't throw a pick. So there's the Week 18 schedule. You'll have a couple Saturday games. There will be a Sunday Night Football game in Week 18. There's been some banger Sunday Night Football games in Week 18 the last few years. So here we go. Only 2 seconds to play. I don't know. We'll see if Jayden Daniels even sees the ball. But Atlanta all smiles from their sideline right now. A 17-7 lead. Going into halftime of what is pretty much a must-win game for the Atlanta Falcons. This kickoff will go into the end zone. They'll have 2 seconds left. We'll see if Daniels tries any magic. So 2 seconds left. The Commanders are just going to kneel this one out. And that is the end of the first half here in Washington. Commanders trail 17-7. They'll get the second half kickoff. But that is how the half is going to end. So, wow. And that's just interesting stuff, man. I don't know why the scoreboard didn't update here to 17. I'm kind of confused right now on that. Yeah, I'm getting confused, but there we go, update. Okay, so 17-7. Wow, that is just, yeah, man, that's just crazy. So Raheem Morris trying to get the Falcons a big playoff appearance here. This would be huge for them and the franchise moving forward. So that's how the first half ends. Overall, my thoughts on the first half. I think the Falcons need to keep on running the football. Penix has not looked good today, in my opinion. He's made a couple good throws to Drake, but he's thrown an interception, a really bad pick, and another pass that easily could have been intercepted as well. So I think that Penix they need to keep the ball out of Penix's hands as much as they possibly can in the second half. And that's just, I mean, again, he's young. Well, he's a rookie at the end of the day. He's a rookie quarterback, and rookie quarterbacks make a lot of dumb mistakes. And Penix is no exception, even though he's a little older than other rookies. He's no exception to making dumb mistakes. And that's fine. Again, he's a young quarterback. Like, this is what you expect. You expect dumb throws from guys like him. But at the end of the day, The playoffs are on the line. And when you have Bijan Robinson, a guy who's as good as Bijan is, as great of a player as he is, run your offense through him. And when he's tired, sub Algier in. Algier is also a very capable back who can come in, carry the load for a couple plays. I mean, he's also a very talented back. So the Falcons have options. The Falcons are a team that's known for choking. I'm going to tell you the Falcons here in the second half. Run your offense through Bijan and Algier. Try to limit Penix making mistakes because, again, he will make mistakes. It's just the reality of the situation. He will make mistakes. You got to limit him, and the Falcons will win. But for the Commanders, I mean, I think Jaden Daniels really didn't play that great in the first half. The ground game was decent, but I think the offensive line play for the Commanders was also really bad in that first half. I'm not going to blame it on Daniels. The pick was terrible, but, I mean, Jaden Daniels had 2 plays where, I mean, he had a completely unblitzed guy come in, the best pass rusher on Atlanta come in for a sack on a blitz, or one of their best pass rushers in Judon. And then you had a terrible, I mean, so I think they got called for multiple holding penalties as well in that first half. So, yeah, the Commanders were consistently put behind that chains because of bad offensive line play. Sacks, penalties, you name it, they were terrible. So they're going to need to really figure that out in the second half if they want to win this game and clinch the playoffs for the first time since 2020. But overall, it's a good half of football again. Great to see my guy Bijan, Longhorn legend, go out there and get 2 touchdowns. He played really well in that first half. Again, run the offense through him in Algier, and the Falcons will be fine. And for the Commanders, I mean, just, I don't know. You got to figure something out. And Zacchaeus has made some good plays. They got to get McLaurin more involved. I need to look up the stats here, but McLaurin, what's up with McLaurin? What do you do? I think he had 1 catch in the half, at least that I remember calling out. And I've been streaming the whole freaking game pretty much. I think McLaurin has 1 catch. Yeah, McLaurin has 1 target, 1 reception for 5 yards. And that's the thing. The Falcons defense, they've been playing well lately. They did great against the Giants last week. The Falcons defense has been great today. And the Falcons have not allowed those types of plays to develop. McLaurin's a deep threat. You're going to have to bomb it downfield to McLaurin if you want to get him big plays. And because of the way the pass rush has been today and the way that the offensive line's played, it hasn't worked out that way for Scary Terry. He hasn't been scary today because he hasn't been able to get the ball. Plays haven't developed long enough. So it's really going to come down to can this Commanders offensive line figure things out. But NFL day today again, before I hit my halftime break here again, shout out to the Vikings for taking Green Bay down. Sam Darnold, the clutch throw to Cam Akers at the end of the game to win it. And then the Vikings, I mean, they've been in the playoffs, but now the Vikings will be competing for the NFC North and the 1 seed in the NFC going into next week's Week 18 showdown with the Detroit Lions. So the 14-2 Vikings and the 13-2 Lions will duke it out for the division. And obviously the Vikings have been the biggest shocking story in the NFL this year. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The Vikings, I don't know what happened. This team came out of nowhere to just all of a sudden be really good. And I mean, again, with J.J. McCarthy going down in training camp, I really don't know what's been. I mean, the Vikings defense is just so good. Justin Jefferson has been incredible. Sam Darnold has been good. Aaron Jones has had a really good season. You got Jones, you got Jefferson. Addison is one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the league. Him or T. Higgins, pick your poison. Both of those guys are phenomenal. I don't know, man. Vikings are just a really, really good team, and yeah, this is just absolutely crazy. The divisional matchup next week will be phenomenal. I'm really excited to watch that. It's going to be a great football game. Is it on primetime next week? It is going to be flexed. Okay, so they're going to flex that to primetime somewhere. But the Lions still got to take care of business tomorrow against the 49ers. But honestly, it really doesn't matter that much because regardless of whether they lose or win tomorrow, or win or lose tomorrow, they're going to have to take down the freaking blanking here. They're going to have to take down the Vikings if they want to win the division anyway. So, who won the earlier matchup? The Lions beat the Vikings by 2 points back on October 20th. So that is definitely very interesting to see. But yeah, if you guys listen to the stream, be sure to click that subscribe button. So I'm going to just preview these Week 18 matchups here and see which of the ones are important because I know it's like division week or something. Like everyone's playing their division pretty much, right? Yeah, it's division week. So let's see which games matter. Commanders, Cowboys, depending on tonight's result, could matter, could not. If the Commanders lose tonight, the game matters a lot for them next week. If not, game's completely meaningless. Texans-Titans, completely meaningless. Texans have already won the division. Panthers-Falcons, going to be meaningful regardless of tonight's... if the Falcons lose tonight, that game could end up being meaningless. Yeah, if you guys listen, be sure to click the subscribe button. Saints-Buccaneers, again, going to be a meaningful game. It's going to be meaningful. It's going to be a meaningful game. Unless it's like after the Falcons and the Falcons win. I'm assuming this will be at 12 o'clock. Seahawks-Rams, definitely going to be one of the most impactful games of the week because the NFC West will be on the line in that game and potentially a playoff spot as well. I mean, the team that loses could not make it, so that's huge. Bills-Patriots literally could not matter any less other than potential number one pick scenarios, but other than like as far as playoffs go, the Bills and Patriots does not matter at all. Those are locked into the 2 seed, I'm pretty sure. Dolphins-Jets could matter. I think it will matter for the playoffs, but if the Broncos win, it won't. But it will matter. The Dolphins are going to try. They're 8-8. Browns-Ravens, another game that really doesn't matter at all. The Browns are out. The Ravens are chilling. They're in the playoffs. Wait, wait. Are they? Maybe it will matter because I don't know about the division. I don't know if maybe the division could come down to it actually. So I don't know. Maybe actually it's more important than I'm getting credit for. But this is probably the most important game in the AFC. 2 AFC important games here. Bengals Steelers. That game's going to be super important because then the Steelers are still fighting for the division and the Bengals are fighting for the playoffs. So that's going to be a huge, huge game. Jaguars Colts. Literally the definition of meaningless. Both those teams are out. Chiefs Broncos. Super meaningful. Even if the Chiefs play their backups, the Broncos have to beat those backups if they want to clinch the playoffs. Chargers, Raiders. I'm pretty sure this game is completely meaningless because the Chargers already clinched the playoffs. All right, here are the scenarios, by the way, that are popping up for the AFC on Sunday Night Football. Broncos, they're in the playoffs if they beat Kansas City, no matter what. And a Miami and Cincinnati loss, and they're in. I'm going to pause this real quick. So all the Broncos have to do is beat the Chiefs' backups, and they're in. So there you go. But if they lose, then they'll need Miami and Cincinnati to lose. The Dolphins, they have theirs is a little trickier. They need to beat the Jets, which shouldn't be a problem at all. And then they need the Broncos to lose to the Chiefs. So they need help. And then the Bengals need the most help. The Bengals have to win, and they need Denver and Miami to lose because both the teams are ahead of them. So that's how those scenarios work out. I mean, that was pretty obvious. I knew that. But the NFC is where I'm confused. I want to see the NFC scenarios. So, yeah, Broncos win, they're in. Dolphins need the Broncos to lose, and the Bengals need both teams to lose. And obviously, all of them have to win. All right, this is where it gets interesting. The NFC is very interesting. The Commanders, a win today puts them in a playoff berth, win, or a Tampa Bay loss, or Atlanta loses to Carolina. That's what they need. For the Falcons, the NFC South, they need 2 wins. Okay, so the Falcons for the NFC South, to win the NFC South, the Falcons need 2 wins. So they win out. They beat the Commanders tonight, and they beat the Panthers next week, or Tampa Bay to lose. And then the Buccaneers scenarios are complicated. For the Buccaneers to make the playoffs, they need to win in Week 18 against the Saints, and they need Atlanta to lose both of their games. They need Atlanta to lose 1 game. The Buccaneers need Atlanta to lose next week or tonight. I mean, yeah. So I'm tweaking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being stupid. Pretty much, Bucs are in if they win and the Falcons lose today or next week. If the Bucs win next week and the Falcons lose today, win next week, or vice versa, they're in. So the Falcons have to win out. All the Falcons have to do is win out, and they win the South. If they lose, then all the Bucs have to do is win. So, and then for a playoff berth, they have for the Bucs to make the raw playoffs, like as a 7 seed, they have to win next week against the Saints, and they have to have Washington lose tonight and tomorrow. So regardless of tonight, someone losing is going to benefit the Bucs, and someone losing is going to hurt the Bucs. But ideally, the Bucs want the Falcons to lose. So, yeah, they want the Falcons to lose tonight for sure. Because then they win the South if they beat New Orleans next week. So that's interesting. I don't know what happens with the West, though. I kind of want to know what that situation's all about. But, Yeah, so those are the scenarios. Definitely right now, the Falcons, Commanders have pretty clear paths, as do the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, Bengals, and Buccaneers are going to need outside help along with winning their games to make it. So those are the playoff scenarios. I'm sorry if I made that sound way more complicated than it is. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the situation there. So the Falcons are looking really good right now with a 17-7 lead. I'll catch y'all for the second half, which will probably be coming up pretty shortly. All right. So apologies to everybody here. It's my bad. I was fixing a chair as the half started. So, anyways, based on what I've seen, another holding penalty from the Commanders, but Brian Robinson making some great plays, and I think they flared something out to Zacchaeus, and then he had a big play as well. So, if the Commanders can just limit the offensive line penalties, they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine as they're going to hand this off to McNichols on 2nd and 10. It'll be a 3rd and medium. So, again, a battle of rookie quarterbacks. This is going to be a very interesting game here to see how them two adjust in the second half. But, yeah, Zacchaeus. Ertz just caught a 37-yard pass, so that was huge. To get Zach Ertz the football, the veteran tight end again. Not exactly the fastest fella in the world, but he does his job there. He gets him a lot of yards. So here we go with 3rd and 5 for Daniels. Critical play. Has some time. Now he's going to take off and run. Ebiketie giving chase, and it's Jaden Daniels getting the first down. So a great play there by Jaden Daniels to boot out to the left and run for the first down. They desperately needed that play, and the Commanders, again, got to come out of the half strong. And Jaden Daniels felt pressure and used his best weapon, those legs, and now he gets him to the 25-yard line. Daniels on 1st and 10, throwing the slant. Pass is incomplete. McLaurin, the intended target. And like I said, they haven't been able to use Terry the way that they'd like to use Terry today. And the reason for that is because again, the offensive line hasn't really allowed the play to develop the way that you'd like the play to develop. Oh my gosh, man, this is a complete mess here. Okay. Daniels on 2nd and 10. Throws with pressure and missed McLaurin again. Oh boy. Here he goes. McLaurin, and he was just really... He was a little late with it and just, again, completely... Yeah, that was a bad throw. I mean, he missed him. Outstretched McLaurin there. And a bad miss from Jaden Daniels. And now it brings up a 3rd and 10. So Daniels definitely has not had his best night. Daniels, 3rd and 10. Good protection. Fires, slant, middle, caught, and Crowder are going to be thrown down short of the first down marker. And a decision to make here for Dan Quinn and this Washington Commanders team. If you're all listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button. Again, really helps out the YouTube channel. 4th and 1, and Quinn will keep his offense out there. I think Luke McCaffrey's on the field. That is interesting for sure to see Luke McCaffrey out there. So here we go. 4th and 1. B-Rob in the backfield. Brian Robinson Jr. 4th and 1. Daniels fakes the handoff. Gonna run to the outside. It's Daniels. Got the first down. Jaden Daniels. Fake the give to Robinson, the bruising back, and instead they go Daniels. The mobility is such a weapon, and Daniels, again, easily able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down here. They just didn't get a contain off. Grady Jarrett was chasing him, and Jesse Bates couldn't get him either. And boom, Jaden Daniels gets the 4th down and 1 conversion. A 12-play, 57-yard drive here in this last 6 minutes to start the half. 1st and 10 for Daniels at the 12-yard line of Atlanta. And it's going to be an inside zone to Robinson, and he's going to be stopped up the middle right there. So Daniels... He's led him down the field, a good throw to Ertz, and then, of course, the legs. They've been so critical today. Picked up a 3rd down and 5 earlier in the drive, and then picking up a 4th and 1. Jaden Daniels I mean, that's what you got to do. Again, you're not going to get a clean pocket. If the slants aren't there, take off and run, Jaden, if your first read isn't there. That's kind of the motto is Biotic on the sideline here, their starting center. He is on the sideline. Now the big play on this drive is here's a 2nd and 7. Ellis coming in. Daniels looking to escape. Daniels stiff arms a man in. He'll just walk out of bounds. Probably should have thrown it away, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, a yard or two. But yeah, I mean, it kind of does, I guess. But the big play on this drive, it just kills Atlanta fans. 3rd and 22. Ebiketie gets a sack, and they get called for illegal contact, which is an automatic first down play. I mean, just absolutely about as bad as you could imagine. I mean, personally, if that was my team, if that was the Cowboys or the Longhorns, I'd be really, really upset if they called illegal contact after a 3rd down sack. 3rd down and 8. Washington spreads them out. 5 wide. Daniels has some time. Daniels sits back, launches, end zone in. Is he in? Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Ertz, the veteran tight end. So right here on this play, Jaden Daniels has so much time. This 4-man front for the Falcons just can't get through. And Ertz, they're going to see. It looks, yep, that's a touchdown. He got possession of the ball while he was still in the end zone. Great job by Jaden Daniels on this play. And the Falcons needed a stop, and the Commanders put an amazing drive together. And that's just the type of drive that makes you think this Commanders team, as the PAT is good from Patterson, it just might be in the cards for them to win this football game. I mean, you get the 3rd down illegal contact penalty. Daniels marches them down the field perfectly. I mean, that's just the type of stuff that wins you football games. And the Commanders, they want to be in the playoffs at the end of tonight. And that throw right there from Jaden Daniels is definitely a big step towards that. So again, if you guys are listening to the stream, be sure to like and click the subscribe button. That's interesting. Yeah. So, if you guys are in the chat and you're active here and you want to start a discussion, I'm seeing some interesting discourse today about the Vikings and what they do going into next season. Because honestly, they've struck gold this season with the current roster. I mean, you got a competing roster here with this defense, with Darnold playing as well as he has this season. I mean, what's the decision here? I mean, Darnold, what do you do? Because you got McCarthy sitting in the wings, hurt, and he didn't play this year. But with the way Darnold's played, tag and trade Darnold. Do you keep Darnold? I mean, the locker room loves him, and you get rid of McCarthy. I mean, with the way the QB class is, not the strongest. You got Cam Ward, Shador. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of depth. The team might overpay for McCarthy, who was a top pick last year. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I don't know, man. So there you go. Bijan Robinson, 1,600 total scrimmage yards, 3rd in the NFL. 11 games with 100-plus total yards, most for a Falcon since 2005 Warwick Dunn. And through Week 16, only player top 5 in rushing and receiving yards among running backs. So Bijan, he's been incredible this year. Again, I really want to see my guy play some postseason football because he is a great player and he deserves to be there. But the question is, will his team get him, will he be able to get there with the supporting cast around him? I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely an interesting discourse this offseason for the Vikings is what are they going to do about Darnold? I mean, he's only 27. I don't know. And they got McCarthy again. Do you trade him while, no one's ever seen him? So you trade him and the team might be able to overpay based on just potential. We'll go back and watch the Michigan film, I guess. So, I don't know. The return from Hines will get him out to about the 20 or so. And Bijan Robinson in the first half, 15 touches, 84 total yards, 2 touchdowns. And he has 8 missed tackles for us in the first half, 107 on the year, which is the most in the NFL. First and 10. Penix in shotgun from the 29s, or about the 30, my bad, as Robinson gets to about the line of scrimmage, and he'll be sent back by this Commanders front. So, big drive here for this Falcons offense. You got the Commanders coming off an opening half touchdown drive, and they're opening up the half with a TD drive, and it's just, what are you going to do? How are you going to respond here? This is pretty huge, man. Pretty huge drive here for them. It is a pretty big drive, so we shall see what happens here. Second down and 9. Penix motions London. Play clock down to 5. Now 4. Penix gets the snap. Looking left. And he'll complete the pass to Drake London. Not going to get too much, though, out of that play. It's going to bring him a 3rd and medium here. 3rd and longish. So, big play. Commanders got to get a stop. Daniels able to work some 3rd down magic on that last drive. Can Penix do the same? So here we go. 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 2. Penix gets the snap off. Has time. Now pressure. And the ball is knocked out. A flag is down. Penix was able to recover it. We'll see what the flag is. But since it was thrown behind, I'm going to assume this is an offensive hold. And it is. So Matthew Bergeron got called for the holding penalty. It will be declined. And the Commanders are going to get the football back down 3. This was huge. Jonathan Allen, the veteran D tackle, forced the hold here. Or no, my bad. It was Dante Fowler, the veteran edge, who forced the fumble. Knocked it out of Penix's hands and drew the holding call. Heck of a freaking drive right there. Or heck of a freaking play right there from Dante Fowler. Signed over from the Cowboys. Followed his defensive coordinator, now head coach Dan Quinn. And now the Falcons will punt the football away. It's going to be Pinion, and he will send this one away. This one is going to be to definitely not the best punt. Down to about the 30, and that is where the Commanders will start with the football. So if y'all listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and it's Jaden Daniels and this Commanders offense heading back onto the field. Just, again, completely massive play right there by Dante Fowler to get that strip and end the drive. Not a great job from Penix on that one. That is a huge play and a big stop for the Commanders. They desperately needed a stop. I mean, they have all the momentum. This is the Falcons. I mean, they're going to be on the verge of collapse if they cannot get a stop here on this drive. Because, I mean, again, you go into the half up 10, you allow that big drive. The illegal contact penalty is just a complete killer too, man. That play though by Jaden Daniels on that 1st and 20 to get Ertz that big play. That's what really set the drive off. And that's just Daniels, again, showed off the mobility a lot on that drive. Falcons defense has done a good job getting pressure, but at the end of the day, you got to get the drive. You got to get the guy down. Yeah, just another great play by Daniels. First and 10, Daniels going to step up. He's going to run. Jaden Daniels picks up a first down with his legs. So Daniels, one big adjustment the Commanders made at halftime is Jaden started really using those legs. There's a flag down on this play. And the call, we'll see what it is. It's probably going to be a false start. And it is going to be a false start on the Commanders. So there you go. That's a big penalty right there. Backs them up 5. Commanders have 9 penalties for 75 yards today. They've been very undisciplined. Offensive line penalties especially have been terrible, and it's just not good stuff, man. First and 15. Daniels checking it down, but the ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Falcons on that play. Batting the ball down. As Daniels here. Looked like he was going to try and throw another little slant pass to Terry McLaurin, who was wide open, but ball gets batted down at the line of scrimmage by Atlanta, number 53. That was a nice play. Shout out to the Landman, man. Nice. Second and 15. Pressure coming. Daniels steps up and escapes. Jaden Daniels. Oh, he stays on his feet. What a play by Daniels. Had someone coming for those ankles, and Daniels ran away from it. Unbelievable escapability from Jaden Daniels here. 2 back set with Rodriguez and McNichols, and Daniels, again, has a free rush lane here. But then Atlanta, a guy comes up to go after Jaden Daniels, and then boom. This makes he's just too good. Tough to bring down. He spins off of that little tackle there. First and 10. Handoff up the middle, and that's Rodriguez with the carry there. So Biotic, their starting center, dealing with an injury right now, questionable with an ankle injury, as Daniels pressured again. 2 guys run into each other. Daniels tried to make a man miss, but Lorenzo Carter brings him down in the open field. Got to give Carter a lot of credit for that tackle. Daniels, a tough guy to bring down in that open field. As he tried a little stutter step there, and a great job by Carter to put him into the ground. Got to give him credit for that one. Really nice open field tackling from Carter there. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Huge play. At the the Falcon 39. Daniels blitzes in. Has time. Launching deep. McLaurin incomplete. It was 1-on-1. Number one on number one. McLaurin versus Terrell, the big matchup in the passing game. And Terry loses that battle to Terrell here. Fourth and 5. And they will keep their offense out there. They're 2 for 2 on fourth downs today. We'll see if they actually go for it. They will. Daniels, 4th and 5. Quick throw underneath, and it's Rodriguez lunging forward. And it's McNichols. What a play by Jeremy McNichols to get the first down. Honestly, got to give credit to him on that one, man. This is a great play. I thought for a moment he may have had him bottled up, but he just, that last lunge, gave him the first down easily. Just a heck of a play right there, man. Stoppage in play here, another flag. So there you go. The Falcons will call their first timeout here. Morris, I don't know what, he didn't like the way his defense was aligned there. I don't know, but they used their first time out of the half. Oh, man. Commanders, the Falcons are playing terrible right now. I mean, they have absolutely no clutch gene in them whatsoever. The Commanders are out here converting fourth downs, 4th and 5s. They're converting third downs. Shane Daniels is running. They're just playing so well in clutch situations, and the Falcons are not. I mean, at all. They are completely, they're falconing. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. They're doing what they do, and it's really unfortunate because this is looking bad for them. I mean, if you can't get a 4th down and 5 stop, you're probably not going to win the game. They've converted multiple big plays. Shane Daniels is doing his thing right now. So yeah, this is not good, man. Not good for the Falcons right now, and their playoff chances as they are struggling. The Commanders have a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 33-yard line. They've done a great job converting on 3rd and 4th down in the second half. Zacchaeus is in motion. Daniels RPO out to Zacchaeus, and Lorenzo Carter missed the tackle. Zacchaeus is forced out of bounds after a gain of 5. So Carter could have had him out of bounds behind the line or at the line of scrimmage. Instead, Zacchaeus gets out of there and makes a nice play. So the Commanders have had the ball for 11 and a half minutes this quarter, and they have over 130 yards of offense. And while Atlanta has had 3 plays on offense, 2 minutes of time on possession, and -1 yards. I mean, it's been ugly, ugly, ugly for Atlanta this quarter. As here's Daniels, jet sweep, Zacchaeus trying to find a lane, and he's going to get a first down. Bates trying to rip the ball out, and Zacchaeus will get a first down and inside the 20-yard line. with about 50 seconds to go in the third. So it has been all Washington this quarter. And Zacchaeus right here, yeah, just gets a little jet sweep. Great job by the Commanders to block this up, and Zacchaeus just patiently runs through, gets his first down. So they're now at the Atlanta 19-yard line. It's Jaden Daniels. Takes the snap, fakes the reverse. Daniels going to run for himself, and he's going to get out of bounds. So they ran double misdirection there. Fake handoff, fake reverse, then Jaden Daniels. You can run a little triple option type play there. As that could be the final play of this third quarter. There's only 18 seconds left. Pretty cool play design here by Cliff Kingsbury, though. No doubt about that. That's a college football type play. Again, fake, kind of like Coach Sarkisian and the Longhorns have done this year. A couple plays like that with the misdirection. Yeah, there's just a nice fake. But unlike Texas, Jaden Daniels can run it, unlike a guy like Quinn Ewers. So Jaden Daniels is able to also be another element to the play. So that's the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter to play in this game with so many stakes, so much on the line. Heavy stakes on this one for both of these teams, both these franchises. Again, with the Commanders, again, I'll reiterate the stakes. Commanders win, they're in. Falcons win, they're in first place, and all they have to do is beat one of the worst teams in the league to make the playoffs and win the South. Oh, man. All right, man. 1 more quarter to play. If y'all are listening, and be sure to click the subscribe button. We got 1 quarter of football left to play here tonight. Jaden Daniels gonna look to get his team to the postseason. 2nd and 5 from the Atlanta 14-yard line. Daniels hands it off. Rodriguez fights through a bunch of players and gets 4 yards. Honestly, tons of props to Chris Rodriguez there. I mean, he really just... Talking about a guy who is just fighting, man. Dude, I thought he was stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and dude just fought and got 4 yards out of that. I mean, he had like 2 guys on him. I don't know how in the world he got through, but... There you go. The Commanders have ran 26 offensive plays. Falcons have ran 3. The Commanders just wearing the Falcons down through the ground game. And it's a 3rd down and 1. Daniels is in shotgun here. And they're going to hand it off again. Rodriguez fights, and he got the 1st down, I believe. Good spot from the officials there. And it is a 1st down for Washington. So there you go. Great drive here from the Commanders. Again, slow and methodical. Daniels hasn't really had to use his arm, just running and handing it off. And now they're at the 8-yard line. Daniels takes the snap. And it's a run. It's Rodriguez. Gonna spin through. And he's going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. The Commanders getting so close to the end zone. I don't know where Brian Robinson Jr. is right now, but he has not really played much lately. It's been Rodriguez, the main back for this team today. And looking at the stats here, yeah, Robinson has 8 carries. Rodriguez is like, I think he's got like 5, 6 now. 2nd and goal. Rodriguez in the backfield from the 2. And they'll toss it to him. They have a good pursuit angle, but Rodriguez high steps it and gets into the end zone. Commanders take the lead. Just awful tackling here from Washington. Lorenzo Carter from the Falcons. I think that's A.J. Terrell who completely whiffed right there. And yeah, he just completely whiffed. And Chris Rodriguez, strong lower frame, gets into the end zone. Heck of a drive from number 36. He balled out big time. And now a PAT from Riley Patterson. Or no, Zane Gonzalez. Zane Gonzalez puts it through. And the Commanders have the lead. They trailed 17-7. They've put up 14 unanswered since. And now it'll be up to Michael Penix Jr. and this Falcons offense to come alive. They've barely seen the field this half. Just, man, I don't even know what to say, man. That's just crazy. I don't know what to say, man. The Falcons are disappointing me. But I don't even know, man. I don't know. They cannot stop the run. They can't. I mean, their tackling is awful. They're getting beat in the ground by Daniels. They're getting beat in the ground by Rodriguez. It's just been really ugly from the Falcons today. Their run defense has been terrible. Commanders, I mean, you got Daniels averaging about 10 yards every time he takes off. B-Rob averaging 4.5. It just, wow. I mean, they've played poorly in the second half, no doubt about that. And they're going to need to quickly turn around if they want to play postseason football. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. So remember, with the Falcons, if they lose today, they no longer control their own destiny to the postseason. They would have to rely on the New Orleans Saints to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week, and then they also have to beat the Carolina Panthers, whereas if they win today against the Commanders, they just got to beat the Panthers, and they're in. Still a lot of football to be played. 13 minutes to go here in the fourth. A lot of credit to the Commanders. Their game plan has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, the way that their game plan has been with Daniels running the football and everything. There's a letter to NFL GMs from Michael Penix Jr. mean, that's tough from Michael Penix on that one back in April. That's a cool letter to talk about the EKG, talk about the heart. He's got the heart in him. So hopefully he can lead his team down the field. 1st and 10. London will motion across. And it's Robinson in the backfield. The give, fakes the give to Bijan. And Penix will check it down out of the backfield to his tight end. I think that's Werner who makes the catch. It'll be a 2nd down and medium. Yeah, tight end, not Kyle Pitts, because that guy's terrible. So, yeah, that's just crazy. Good for Penix, though. Again, he's had a long story and a crazy story. I'm going to get a lot of credit to him for being able to overcome all those season-ending injuries and get to where he is today, a first-round draft pick in the NFL. Crazy stuff, man. No doubt about that. And now he's a quarter away from potentially leading his team in the playoffs. It's a 2nd and 4, and it's going to be a handoff. Robinson gets through, and Bijan only going to get a couple yards. He got through that initial surge, and the Commanders filled up the gap well. It's a 3rd down coming up. They're comparing Terry Bradshaw and Michael Penix Jr.'s, like, the way they grip the ball, I think, here. It's kind of interesting stuff for sure. 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. They got a few yards in the opening play of the drive, and again, they went 3 and out last time with a kind of a similar script. They're 0 for 5 on 3rd down today, average of 6 yards on the 3rd downs, but now it's a 3rd and 2. Penix gets the snap. Everything's picked up well, and he checks it down, and it's a 1st down for the Falcons. I think that's Ray McLeod, who was never down. They've got to blow this play at some point, right? But wow, Ray McLeod with the catch and stayed alive to get a lot of extra yardage there. That is incredible stuff. I mean, again, I don't know. Was he down or not? I really don't know. But this is a good job on this little mesh concept, and McLeod stops in the middle. And yeah, I don't think he was he ever down? He flips over, and that's like that CeeDee Lamb touchdown a couple years ago. He was never down. They get a lot of extra yards to the 49. Penix launching, and he's drilled on that hit. The ball is loose, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass and blow the play dead. But Penix got decked on this play. Dante Fowler again, having himself a freaking game right now. He's got a strip sack. He's been all over the place today. And right here, he kind of just spins in and drills Penix. That is an incomplete pass, even though the ball came out a little wobbly. A shout out to the veteran Fowler, who has just been, nice little spin move off of is that Bergeron? That was a great play. 2nd down and 10 from the Commanders' 49, and it's Penix dropping back, firing over the middle, incomplete. Big hit on Drake London to jar that ball loose. And Penix has thrown a couple balls into tight coverage tonight, and his receivers have gotten lit up because of that. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. I don't understand why they haven't ran the ball to Robinson this 3-down set here. As it was London. He was open, but then again, great play by Martin to come in and jar this ball loose. He came in and hit London in the perfect spot to jar that football out. And now it is a 3rd and 10. Tough environment on the road for the rookie Penix. We'll see what he's got in him. 3rd and 10. They don't send a blitz, just a 4-man line. Penix stepping up, he loses the football. The Falcons recover it, but the Commanders get the stop. They eventually got the pressure. It's Dorrance Armstrong who got through. And another failed drive from Atlanta. They failed to score on their only possessions of the half. And it's Dorrance Armstrong who came in here on this play. Him and Fowler, the former Cowboys. Armstrong gets in, and he was the one who knocked the ball out of Penix's hands. So 4th and 9. And this game is definitely trending towards another Atlanta Falcons choke job. As Pinion looking to punt it away. This one looks a little better than the last one, and it'll go to about the 15. Crowder going to return it. Jamison Crowder takes a big hit at about the 35, but the Commanders going to start with good field position. And the Commanders, once trailing 17-7 at the half, are now a drive away from putting this game to 28-17. If the Commanders score a touchdown this drive, I think they're going to put this game out of reach. I'm going to be honest. I think they do. If they score here, I think it's over. I don't think Atlanta's offense has enough in it to get going here, man. It's been bad. It has been bad. That's my opinion, though. You never know. But at the end of the day, I truly do believe that the Commanders are playing great, way better football right now, and this Falcons team, they've lost their mojo, man. They've lost it. They're struggling. Penix has got nothing back there on every drop back, and it's bad, bro. Yeah, just terrible stuff right now from the Falcons. They played really bad. And that's pretty much the story of the second half. The Commanders have done a phenomenal job executing their offensive game plan, and their pass rush is really getting through. And when a rookie quarterback like Penix is feeling the duress, I mean, it's rough. And then obviously a great job by the secondary as well to jar that ball out of Martin, though. That was fantastic. Great play by Martin on that. And then Fowler and Armstrong have been great today as well. So the Commanders have started around their own 30, and they put together some very long drives. Here's Daniels rolling out, firing, pass caught. It is Zacchaeus. Gets past the 50 on the first play of the drive. And the Commanders immediately moving the football. Here is Daniels. Read option. Daniels spins off of a tackler, and Daniels. I mean, it's just the tackling from the Falcons has been so bad multiple times today, and Dayton Daniels, Rodriguez, they're taking full advantage, breaking out of these tackles, fighting for every yard possible. So, the most rushing yards by a rookie quarterback in NFL history. Both Washington Commanders. Robert Griffin set the record back in 2012, 815, and Jaden Daniels is now at 820. So shout out to Jaden Daniels, one of the best dual threat QBs we've seen out of college. 2nd and 3, handoff up the middle, and it's Robinson picking up the first down as the Commanders keep plowing forward, pushing it forward, and this Falcons team has no answer. So RG3, I mean, remember RG3 and how good he was, and Jaden Daniels again on this same field with the same team, same franchise, getting the job done. And now another run. It's Robinson getting the first down. So I don't know why Robinson hasn't been in the game, but he immediately comes back in and he is running well. And you see Bijan on the sideline, 120 yards in this half rushing for the Commanders and only 4 for the Falcons. So there's the difference in the game. There's the difference in the game. The Commanders have found their run game in the second half, and the Falcons haven't been able to get theirs going in the second half after a great first half. 1st and 10. They're already inside the red zone. Daniels Gonna just keep handing it off. It's Brian Robinson, and down he goes. Only a couple yards. Second down. Here we go. Commanders trying to seal this win in the playoffs. Daniels rolls to the right, fires, wide open man, it's Ertz! Big hit, but he's going to be down at about the 2. Or it was actually Bates. John Bates picking up a big play. They rolled Daniels out. He was wide open. And with that catch from Bates, the Commanders are set up to take a 2-score lead. And no one covers John Bates here. Great play call from Kingsbury with the tight end delay route. And now the Commanders first and goal. 6 minutes to play in this game. The clock is ticking and Quinn will just call a timeout here. But it is not looking good. Atlanta may choke the playoffs away here. They were up 17-7. Oh, man, I can't imagine being a Falcons fan, man. I just got to feel bad for them at this point. Every time it looks like they're going to really do something big. Every time it looks like they're going to finally step up and do something great, make the playoffs, win a clutch game. They flounder. They fall apart, and that's exactly what's happened here. Their defense held the Commanders to 7 points in the first half, and now in the second half, they're about to give up their 3rd straight touchdown. I mean, it's just who the Falcons are. I mean, there's really nothing else to say at this point. This Falcons team, they're so bad. They're so bad, man. So what's at stake? Again, the Commanders clinch a playoff berth with a win today. Falcons will clinch the playoffs with a win in their next 2 games. So they need to win tonight. But as the Falcons have done all too many times in their franchise's history, terrible stuff. First and goal. From the 3. Daniels. Speed option. And he is going to be stopped. He's going to be stopped short. Oh my goodness. I mean, he was so close to fighting and punching it in there. So under 6 minutes left. Daniels is on the ground here. Play clock down to 5. Commanders are at the 1-yard line. Daniels, what's the deal? Did they get a timeout or is it a delay of game? Okay, I was about to say, there's no way you messed that up. Timeout, Washington. That would have been something else. If the Commanders managed to have a ball at the 1-yard line, they take a delay game and go back to the 6. I mean, I don't even... How? That's just incompetence. But they got the timeout off, so it doesn't matter. And so now they're at the 1-yard line. They've got 3 plays to punch this in. Goodness gracious. Yeah, they've got the whole squad out there at O-line. I mean, you know exactly what they're going to do. There's no debate. Not even a question what play's coming here, but boom. They got so many big bodies out there. It's absolutely crazy. So many big bodies. Here we go. I form. Daniels, handoff. Robinson stopped in the backfield. Oh my goodness. Critical 3rd and goal coming up under 5 minutes to play when the ball will be snapped. Oh man. Big stop on the bruiser Robinson there. Rook Aurora there with the play. Nice, dude. Rook. Third and goal. Daniels, fake. Daniels looking. Touchdown, Commanders! Flag is down, though. Oh, no. Daniels is not happy with the ref. We'll see. Oh, no. They call a hold on Sam Cosmi. Oh, man. Cosmi's upset about it, obviously. So now the Commanders with their 85th yard of penalty yards today. Third and goal from the 12. Daniels, blitzer, coming, throws, corner of the end zone, incomplete. Never had a chance on that throw. And the Commanders, they had the put away touchdown, but the holding call gives the Falcons life. A field goal for the Commanders to make it a full 7-point game. So if you guys are listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button. It's going to be an exciting few minutes. Gonzalez is 3 for 5 on the year. Commanders have had a lot of kickers this season. This is from 31. Gonzalez has it on the left hash. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Commanders lead by a touchdown. 4.5 minutes to play. What does Michael Penix Jr. have in him here? This is what it's all about, man. Sunday Night Football, Week 17. Two teams duking it out for the final couple playoff spots in the NFC Conference. Here we go. If you guys are listening, by the way, be sure to click that subscribe button here. So here we go. This is the money drive for Michael Penix Jr., the rookie, thrust into the starting role here in these final couple weeks down the stretch with a chance to get his team to the postseason with 2 more wins and play in the playoffs as just a rookie. Kick will be fielded short, and here comes Williams on the return to the 30, about the 31-32 yard line, and that is where the drive will start. The Falcons. In the first half, they were rolling. 36 plays, 199 yards of offense. In the second half, cut the plays by like fours, man. They ran 9 plays. They've barely gained any yards. It's been ugly. But now they have one drive to get everything going. 1st and 10, 4:25 to play here in the ballgame. Penix Jr. from the 32-yard line. And Bijan is in the backfield here. And that's where they'll go. It's Bijan making a cut. Bijan trying to get to the outside. And Bijan turns that play into a solid gain. 2nd down coming up. But they got to get number 7 involved. He has 2 touchdowns on the night doing his job. Unfortunately for him, they haven't given him the ball enough in the second half. He got 7 yards out of that play. That was completely stuffed up on the other side. A 2nd down and 3 for this Falcons team. Again, only 4 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the ball game. Kyle Pitts is on the sideline. Don't really think that matters too much, but I felt like pointing it out because why not? 2nd and 5. They adjusted it. 5 yards for Robinson on the previous play. And they fake the give to Bijan. Penix launching downfield. Incomplete. London was the intended target, and a bad misfire from Penix on that one. He's had a lot of those tonight. 3rd and 5. I mean, just think of the missed throws. The route that Bijan ran earlier, he missed. He's missed London a couple times. Right here, it's a tough win. It got open. It was an open window there for him to throw that ball, and another bad Penix play. They're 1 for 7 on 3rd down. They did convert one of their recent 3rd downs, though, to McLeod, and now they have a 3rd and 5. Here we go. 3rd and 5 for Michael Penix Jr. They get the snap off. Penix throwing left side. Got him, man. It's London, the number 1 receiver for the Falcons. Picks up the 1st down. Big time throw from Penix Jr. to calm the nerves down a bit here. And it's London. He worked out of the slot, ran a little fade here, then breaks. He breaks out. Beautiful play. Great route. Wide open 1st down. The former 1st round pick with his 5th reception of the night, 62 yards. And now the Falcons will move to midfield. Penix 135 yards passing tonight. They're at the Commanders 49. Robinson in the backfield. McLeod motioning inside. Fakes the give to Robinson. It's Penix. Flag is down. Penix is going to roll and fire a pass complete to Pitts. But I've got to assume that this is coming back. These officials have thrown a lot of flags tonight and a lot of flags on holding. And they will call a big hold here. Another holding call in this game. It's on Caleb McGarry, the right tackle. And that is a big penalty. It sets him back a lot here. It was against Dorrance Armstrong. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, to be honest with you, man. He just kind of, I don't know, I didn't see a jersey grab or anything, to be honest. I really don't know about that penalty there. Not a fan. 1st and 20 from the 41. That backs them up a lot. Penix fakes, throws. It's Robinson making the catch, and he'll get a few of those yards back. But, yeah, that is just such a killer penalty right there. I mean, I really don't understand how that was a hold on Caleb McGarry, man. I really don't get it. That was so bad. Second and 14. Here's Penix dropping back, has time, wants to unload, and now he's going to fake. Penix is going to run, and he's only going to get a couple. Penix can move around the pocket, but he has no, actual mobility. He cannot run at all. And right there, he faked. I was, waiting for him to bomb it downfield, but he just kept pump fake. He pump faked, 2 times there, and I was waiting for him to unleash it and bomb it downfield, and he just did it, and I was like, oh, man, that was pretty disappointing. 2:50 to go. Another third down. The Falcons have not converted a third down longer than 7 yards today. This is a 3rd and 11. From midfield. Mooney motioning. Got to get the snap off. Michael Penix Jr. launching downfield. Incomplete. It was Pitts, the intended target. I think that's Jeremy Chin who was in coverage on Pitts. 4th down and 11. Could he have got this ball, or was this actually good coverage? Oh, he definitely could have reeled that one in, dude. Oh, man. I mean, pretty solid coverage, but definitely could have reeled that in. Wow. 4th and 11. Falcons, pretty much the season on the line here. On 4th down and 11. They get the snap off. Penix outside, wide open. It's London. 1st down, spins out, and Drake London keeps the game alive for Atlanta. Wow. Talk about a clutch play. And he was wide open too. I mean, Drake London completely dominates on this route. And Penix trusted London to get open. He threw it before he even broke on his route. And just so much trust in his star receiver. And London comes up huge with that catch right there. Just an unbelievable play. And now they're inside the red zone. 2:20 to play. Algier is in the game. They'll motion McLeod. And they'll give it to Ray McLeod running. And he's inside the 10. All of a sudden, this game is getting really interesting. It looked like it was going to be over and the Falcons were going to lose. But all of a sudden, Michael Penix Jr. hit London, and now McLeod gets him inside the 10. Wow, man. So 2:20 to go, and because he went out of Ray McLeod went out of bounds, and now they're lining up in this Wildcat formation. Penix moving! Oh, they snapped it way into the backfield! Bijan is trying to save the day! And they lose so many yards! That is just so Atlanta Falcon. They're going to go to the 2-minute warning, but that is just unbelievable. They just lost like 20 yards of field position because of that bad snap. They had 1st and goal at the 5. And they're now back at the Washington 26. Wow, that's just so, man, I couldn't be a Falcons fan, man. I just couldn't. That's just so, that's so typical. You got 1st and goal at the 5, all the momentum, you try to get tricky again, and the guy snaps it over Bijan's head, man. Just, gosh. I can't believe that the Falcons just, man. Well, that's just a Falcons moment right there. I mean, that is just who the Falcons are, and probably who they'll always be. And yeah, yeah, it's terrible. Wow, just again, had it at first and goal at the 5, and now they're at the Washington 26. I mean, just, oh, man. They tried to get cute, and again, Bijan probably should have thrown the ball away when he picked it up, but yeah, the center snaps it way too high. Would he have, I think he did have right there. He probably could have thrown it away. So now, second and goal at the 26-yard line. They're going to need a Penix miracle. He's going to throw left side. London makes the catch. All right. You got 2 plays now. You got 2 plays. You're now near the 10-yard line again. So that's a good throw. Really, again, really nice throw here from Penix. And London, again, he's been the #1 target, #1 receiver. He's made amazing plays today. Now they have the ball at the 13. They got 2 plays, 13 yards. Third and goal. Penix looking, end zone, and he airmailed London. He may have had him for the touchdown, but Penix missed the throw. And now it's 4th and goal from the 13. Ball game on the line. I don't know what Dan Quinn's motioning over there, but this is pretty much the ball game. Again, I mean, they could get a stop maybe, but this is pretty much it. Michael Penix Jr., he converted a 4th and 11. This is pretty much a 4th and 13. This is it. Penix Jr. from the 13. London out left. Penix fires. End zone! Oh my goodness! Touchdown Falcons! And of course, it's Kyle Pitts! Unbelievable! There is no way that just happened. Pitts of all people. Pitts gets open, gets behind Josh Butler, and he puts it so perfectly on the money that even Kyle Pitts couldn't drop the football. PAT for the tie is good. And the Falcons, miraculous. Penix converts 2, 4th down, and 10+ yards on the drive. And Atlanta, they're not done yet. I honestly I can't believe that just happened. Like, he actually just threw it right on the money to Pitts for the tie. That's just crazy. How about that from Michael Penix Jr.? Unbelievable, man. What a game it's been. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. There's probably some dude out there, some people who just won their fantasy football championship because Kyle Pitts caught that touchdown. That's unbelievable. Honestly, I can't believe it, dude. Kyle frickin' Pitts, dude. Fantasy GOAT. Wow. Just unbelievable. So a minute 19 to go. The Commanders, because they've used timeouts throughout the game, they only have one timeout left to try to get down this field and kick a game-winning field goal. But Penix Jr., man, you know what? No matter what happens tonight or next week, the Falcons got the guy. You got your guy. Penix has shown that, he's had some really rough misthrows, some really bad pocket moments with taking the sacks he's had a really tough time fumbling tonight. He's fumbled a couple times when getting hit, but the guy has shown he's got the clutch factor. That last drive, he had two 4th down and 10s for 4th down 11, 4th and 13, and he converted both of them with perfect throws both times. The guy's a dog. I mean, he was great. He killed my Longhorns last year. He was the only reason why we didn't go to the national championship is because he played so great and so good. And yeah, I mean, to come back from missing London in the end zone on that 3rd down to throwing just a freaking laser to Pitts on that 4th down, incredible. Honestly, just incredible. So shout out to Penix Jr. for getting his team a chance today. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. He's played bad at times, but when they need a big moment, he stepped up and threw some beauties on those 4th downs. So now the Commanders have a chance here. How will Jaden Daniels respond? Oh man, I just can't believe it, dude. That was such a crazy play. Oh yeah, man, that's just crazy. So now it's up to their defense. If you're listening, click the subscribe button. What a game, man! I mean, it was all Atlanta first half. Commanders come back and play great in the second half, but Penix leads his team down the field for the game-tying touchdown. And I mean, Jaden Daniels, he had the game winner, game sealer, but they call it holding. It's crazy. I mean, it was a hold for sure, but yeah, Jaden Daniels last week. He put that hero cape on and led the Commanders to a massive win over the Eagles. And then Penix, perfect dime to Kyle Pitts in the middle of the field here. Just a beautiful, beautiful throw. No doubt about that. So, again, London giving Penix the football. What a freaking moment, dude. All right, so here we go. Here we go. I'm not even a Falcons fan. Not even a Commanders fan. I really I'm enjoying this game, man. It's been so fun to watch, but Commanders will start with it at the 30-yard line. A minute 19 to go. They send Bates up near the line of scrimmage. Motion McLaurin. He's been silent all night. Only one catch for 5. Here's Daniels. Pressure coming. Daniels. Oh, he's taken down. Ebiketie gets him down. Arnold Ebiketie. And the game clock will continue to run. The Commanders hurry up. A minute to go. 2nd and 11. 5 wide. Daniels has time. Lots of time. Fires. Middle of the field. Incomplete. Is there a flag? No flag for McLaurin. 3rd and 11. It has been a tough night for Terry. He has really struggled tonight. Again, anyone who can on Terry in their fantasy championship is not doing too great as this throw. There's absolutely no flag, Terry. What are you talking? Maybe he grabbed him around the hips a little bit, but it's just he got to dive for the throw anyway. 3rd down, and they've changed the down and distance to 3rd and 10. Daniels, 3rd and 10, launching down the field, incomplete! Oh, he may have had Zacchaeus in stride. I'm going to have to watch this back. It's 4th and 10. I need to see this play again. I need to see. Was this tipped or did he drop this? Oh my goodness. Zacchaeus breaks on his route, middle of the field. Oh, he just missed it. No, there was no deflection. Zacchaeus just flat out dropped the ball. Good throw from Daniels here. Put it on him in stride, and Zacchaeus And Zacchaeus drops it. And Daniels, I mean, he's upset, obviously. That's huge. So the Commanders, with a quick 3 and out, depending on where this punt goes, they could give the Falcons a chance to win this game. It's going to be Tress Way, the longtime veteran, to boot it up and send it away. Now down. This is going to be near the 10, and Williams going to need a good return, and he's not going to get anything. Butler shuts down that play. 40 seconds to go. Falcons 2 timeouts. I don't know what they're going to do here, to be honest, but wow. I mean, just wow. I can't believe it, man. Dayton Daniels, their offenses look so good all half, and that drive, they got completely shut down. So the Falcons with a win today, their playoff probability 79%. And if they lose, it's like 15%. So it's pretty significant here for them if they want to make the playoffs. 1st and 10 from the 19. What will the Falcons call here on offense? Zach Robinson, maybe just give it to Bijan Robinson. I don't know. Penix is going to drop back instead. He's going to look down the field, and it's caught. It's Mooney. Did he get out of bounds? I don't think so. Penix and them are racing up to the line. They got 2 timeouts to use, but a great throw from Penix, and they're inside the 45. They're at the 44-yard line. Game clock winding down. Only 20 seconds left. Penix gets the snap. Robinson out. Penix throws. Lofts one. Oh, he may have had Mooney. Oh, the Penix misfire. That's a killer. And once again, the Falcons leaving timeouts on the board. I don't understand why you don't call it and give your quarterback a little time to settle down. Now you got 12 seconds here. You got Riley Patterson ready to kick the field goal. I mean, at this point, you got to try to go. I mean, you have 2 timeouts to play with if you're the Falcons. So you don't have to worry about getting it outside the boundaries or getting it out of bounds. Just get the ball about 15, 20 yards down the field. Easier said than done. Penix, looking, firing, middle. Oh, a man is down. It's an incomplete pass. Is there a flag? No. 3rd and 10. As that London who went down there. I mean, I thought I saw a receiver go to the ground, and I was like, oh boy. So here was Drake London on this route, and he just kind of, I mean, there was some contact, but London just kind of tripped up there, and with only 7 seconds left, 3rd and 10, it's pretty much one play for the Falcons here. One play. Get it in the middle of the field. Get a first down, a good gain here, and kick a field goal. 2 seconds on the play clock, and did they get a timeout off? Surely Raheem Morris used that one, and he did. Timeout Atlanta. Again, Morris, there's no point in going home with timeouts, man. You got to use them. Got to use them. Oh, my gosh. 7 seconds to play. Again, you've got to get something. Again, try to hit London on one of his good little medium routes that he's ran so well tonight. And then once you do that, I mean, it's simple from there. You just game it. Try to kick field goal. So here we go. 7 seconds to play in regulation. 44-yard line. It's Penix. Robinson in the backfield. Mooney, London, and Pitts out there. And I think a commander jumped off sides. Flag is down. And the official on the near side is pointing to offsides here. They blew the play dead. Or neutral zone infraction, I guess, in this case, on the Commanders. So that'll give them an extra 5 yards. Obata got the flag called. And so now 7 seconds left for Raheem Morris's squad here. So the personnel out there, again, it's London, Robinson, Mooney, Pitts, and Ray McLeod. So they got 7 seconds here left in the game in regulation. They got one timeout. 3rd and 5. Here we go. Penix. Here they come. Clock is moving. Panics. Under duress. Throws down the field. A flag is down. Mooney was the intended target, and they're going to throw a flag on the Commanders. They're going to talk about this one. That is PI, man. You grabbed him. You hooked him around. Oh, my goodness. Why they put up A. Terrell Jr.? Dude, that is not AJ Terrell Jr. There's 2 seconds remaining in this one. He jams him, but then that grab right there, man. That's why he threw the PI. He grabbed him at the jersey. Here we go. This field goal is not a gimme, though. It is 56 yards from Riley Patterson. They have a timeout to use, so if the Commanders also could ice him here. I doubt they will at 56, but there's Koo on the sideline. It's Patterson. 56 yards for the win and a potential NFC South title. 56 from Patterson. Kick is on the way, and it is good! No good! It was short! Overtime in Washington. Oh, man. I mean, it looked good, man. It looked good. It had the accuracy, but not the distance. Oh, it was short by a decent amount, too. Wow. Poor kicker, man. Wow. Well, overtime. Overtime. I thought when he kicked it, I thought it was good. I thought it was actually good, but he missed it short, dude. Commanders are going to get the football first here. I thought, man, when I saw that kick, I thought it was going to be good, but it just died in the air. Riley Patterson missed the field goal. And yeah, if you guys are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. We're here. It's overtime. And now it'll give Jaden Daniels another chance. And just, again, poor clock management from Raheem Morris there, man. I don't get how the clock management was so bad. But Daniels is going to get a chance here. First down and 10. First and 10. And that play had all sorts of problems. That's going to be a false start to start this overtime period. All right, first and 15. Daniels going to step up and run. Jaden Daniels, he'll go down. And he'll run for some solid yards there. Look at Jaden Daniels, baby. Moving around the pocket. Second and 8. Daniels slings it middle. Got a first down completion. It is Zach Ertz. So a big completion to Ertz, who has 66 yards on the night. 8:50 to go. They're at the 42. A touchdown wins it for the Commanders. And it's going to be a read option. Jaden Daniels gets a solid gain. As he's done all night long in the big moments. Jaden Daniels gets it done on the ground. Second and 3. Second and 3 here. They're at about midfield. 49. Robinson stopped in the backfield. Third and 2. Daniels escapes. Daniels running. First down. Daniels stays alive and bounds. When it's third down, don't worry about it because Jaden Daniels will just break the contain every time. I mean, at this point, there's really no answer. They can't contain him. I mean, right here, Judon just lost contain and let Daniels get outside, and the Commanders are marching down the field to their first postseason appearance since 2020. First and 10 from the 34. Daniels has had a good drive here. He's looking. Quick throw. Did Ertz haul that one in? They'll say yes. It was a nice grab there if he did from Zach Ertz, the veteran tight end who won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he's on their division rivals team as Daniels checked this one down, and yep, Ertz trapped that one in his groin there. That was a great catch. I don't know how he did it, man. He's got good hands though, for sure. It's a catch, man. Second and 6. Daniels has Luke McCaffrey in motion. And it's Daniels looking, gonna check it down. It's Rodriguez out of the backfield, and he goes airborne with a hurdle. First down, Washington. Yeah, this game can only end one way, man. Jaden Daniels running it into the end zone to send Washington in the playoffs. That's got to be the way it ends, right? Surely. It's got to be the only way. Jaden Daniels is just too good, man. First and 10. Daniels RPO to Brian Robinson Jr. and he will get a few yards on that play. Second and 6. Daniels gonna run. Daniels inside the 10. First down and goal. And there you go. The Commanders. Jaden Daniels is feeling himself right now. He's feeling good. I mean, he's only a few yards away from sending Washington to the playoffs. They're spreading him out 5 wide here. You got to assume they're going to Daniels is probably going to make a quick read and then scramble. That's what I think. First and goal. And what do you know? Not even a quick read. He's just going to take off. Daniels wrapped up in the backfield. It's going to be a second down and goal. You got 3 plays here to try to end this game. Second and goal. From the 8-yard line, it is second and goal. Play clock is down to 4. They got to get the snap off or they got to call a timeout. And they'll get the snap off. It's Daniels. Gonna hold it. Gonna run it. Daniels for the playoffs. He's always destroyed near the end of that play from Justin Simmons. Oh my goodness. I forget Simmons and Bates are both on this team. And Simmons just laid him out. I thought he was going to get in there. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Third down and goal. They're so close. Quinn is gonna let this play clock run down, and I think he's gonna call a timeout here to make sure that Washington has the right play set up here. I mean, Daniels got them down really close to the goal line. This is it. I mean, this is it, man. This is the postseason. Got a feel for Atlanta over there. Michael Penix Jr. And those guys. What a job by Jaden Daniels, though. Again, Terrell shed it off, but Simmons came in and laid a big hit. Third and goal. Here we go. From the 1.5-yard line. Zacchaeus motions in. Daniels looking. End zone! Did he catch it? Yes, he did! Touchdown, Commanders! And they are going to the playoffs. Tirico is telling them they're going to look at it here. Quinn's not celebrating yet. I don't know. Got it. That's it. The Falcons fall. They had a 17-7 lead. But the Commanders win it in overtime. I mean, for Jaden Daniels, it's just... wow, man. What a quarterback. What a difference a QB makes, man. That's all it took. A great quarterback like Jaden Daniels to get this team to the playoffs. And now Washington, again, first time in 5 years they're going to be playing postseason football. So shout out to Daniels, the Heisman winner from LSU. And for Penix, a lesson, man. You got to take advantage of the opportunities when you get them. But this loss for me, for the Falcons, I mean, in my opinion, it goes on Raheem Morris. I think the timeout usage was terrible. The clock management, you just can't have that, man. At the end of the day, you can't. You can't have that type of clock management in these critical situations. But the Commanders earned their spot. Daniels to Ertz. What a snag from Ertz there to end the ball game. And it is Washington who walks it off in front of their home fans to advance to the NFL playoffs. How about that? Jaden Daniels, the rookie. And for Atlanta now, Week 18, they're going to need a lot to go their way if they want to have a chance at dancing in the playoffs. But shout out to Washington, man. Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, Jaden Daniels. Those guys brought the change that this organization and franchise desperately needed in order to take that next step. They've been a franchise in the mud for a long time. I mean, again, a year ago with the second overall pick. And now this team, this franchise, I mean, they're right there now. They're in the playoffs, and they could potentially do some damage as well. I mean, we saw Jaden Daniels back-to-back weeks making it happen, back-to-back weeks driving his team down and winning a football game with his legs, with his arm. The guy's for real. I mean, it's what a great QB does, what a great, exciting young quarterback does. He revitalizes a once dead, once proud franchise that's now been dead in the water for so many years, and Daniels gets it done. So, incredible stuff. Well, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for listening to the live stream today. Click the subscribe button if you enjoy what you listen to. Again, lots of streams coming up with the college football playoff and the NFL playoffs also coming up here pretty soon. Got some important Week 18 games next week, so that'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. But the Commanders are officially in. Nothing they can do. They'll be most likely resting a lot of their guys against the Cowboys next week, which, again, is another reason why I wanted the Commanders to lose, because then the Cowboys would have a better chance of blowing that game next week. So hopefully the Cowboys still lose and get a better draft pick. But there you go. The Week 18 schedule popping up. On Saturday, you'll have Browns, Ravens, and Bengals, Steelers. So the Bengals will be playing for their playoff lives, but it will be decided the next day when the who is it? The Broncos. Wait, where's the Broncos game? Oh, that's the 1 o'clock slate. Okay. When do the Broncos and Chiefs play? They need to figure that out. Okay, yeah, the Broncos and Chiefs. Yeah, their fate will be decided at 3:25 Central Time when the Chiefs and Broncos play. And the Dolphins and Jets also play at the same time. And then the Rams and the Seahawks, that's also a big game next week. So I think the Falcons, the NFC South stuff all goes down early on in the day. And then Sunday Night Football, it'll be Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions versus Justin Jefferson and the Minnesota Vikings. And the winner will take the 1 seed and the NFC North. Who would have thought preseason that the Vikings would be competing for the 1 seed? I wouldn't have believed it if you told me that, but it's just how it works out. So yeah, the Falcons' playoff lives will be decided next week. They'll play the Panthers. They should be able to win that game. Then the big Bucks Saints game will determine a lot as well. But Jaden Daniels, 24 for 36, 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He had a horrendous pick. That was really bad. But he did his job, man. Jaden Daniels did the job. He got the win. And the Commanders are going to the playoffs. I never thought I'd say that in a long time. It's been a long time since those words have been uttered by anybody. But, I mean, just, again, a quarterback changes everything for a team. A young quarterback like Jaden changes everything for a franchise like Washington. Again, they've been in the mud, man. I mean, when you go through what they went through with RG3 being so promising and then he goes down, not much to say. So it's just crazy. But yeah, no, the Cowboys. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Congratulations to the Commanders as a division rival. Cowboys fan. I'm not the biggest, excited about this. But at the end of the day, I can recognize I am happy for them and those fans. At the end of the day, they've seen their team be bottom of the barrel, bottom of the standings for many years in a row. So the fact that they now get to, reap the benefits of a franchise quarterback and have a lot of excitement, good for them. I mean, really, truly. Washington fans, I mean, I have no problem with those guys like I do with the Eagles fans. Those guys are annoying. But as far as Washington goes, good for them. I wish them luck in the playoffs. And yeah, just again, great stuff from them. They really balled out today. Again, down 17-7, and Jaden Daniels once again lived up to the moment. So that is going to do. That's going to do it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoy. Catch you on the next one. Peace out. And we'll be back on Tuesday or Wednesday for some college football playoff action. So catch y'all then.